Top story today, authorities in New York City are trying to piece together what led an immigrant from Bangladesh to detonate a crude pipe bomb in New York's busiest subway station. Sources tell CBS News Akayed Ullah made the device himself and was inspired by ISIS to carry out the attack. Several people sustained minor injuries, but the suspect was the only one seriously hurt. And voters in Alabama head to the polls today in the state's special election. They'll decide whether Democrat Doug Jones or Republican Roy Moore will fill Attorney General Jeff Sessions' empty Senate seat. Several women have claimed Moore pursued relationships with them when he was in his 30s and they were in their teens. Continuing our coverage, the City Council has voted to extend a memorandum of understanding with the Hams Company, the development group proposing a major project for downtown Billings. The One Big Sky Center project is no longer just a tall building, but now a plan to redevelop downtown. That memorandum does not obligate any funds from the city. A term sheet, one that could be presented to council before the end of the year, would be discussed and decided upon by the council. What will be in those terms and conditions is yet to be determined. The One Big Sky Center would be split into two phases and could add up to $350 million in public investment. Right now, there are no hard numbers and no bids, just estimates. We could get a better idea of what the public-private partnership could look like by February 11th.
I don't think that we're going to have a fully negotiated development agreement completed by February 12th. I don't believe that all the business planning will be completed by February 12th. I think that a pathway to that will be better defined for us by that date.
And during Monday night's meeting, the council also heard from nearly a dozen residents opposed to the Den Bar and Casino's relocation near the Ben Still Middle School. Council did not create an initiative to reconsider. Well, now we go to Laurel, where the city is ready to begin the search for a new mayor if the town's mayor-elect decides not to quit his day job. Dave Wagner, who won the election in November, works for the city of Laurel as a water treatment operator. But the city's charter says a city employee cannot also be the town's mayor because it's a job that has authority over hiring and firing. In a meeting with city officials on Monday, Wagner was told if he's not going to accept the job, the council will soon begin advertising for an interim mayor. An interim mayor would serve for 2 years. Wagner says the meeting helped alleviate tension between the sides. He told us he's now leaning toward declining the position of mayor.
I don't want to cause problems for the city. You know, any legal thing, any money like that, I want it to run smoothly. So if they need a mayor on January 2nd, they will have one. I just wish that this could have been ironed out before 4 months afterwards, and I'm elected and I can't get a straight answer. And now they finally sat down. We're really decent. I appreciated it. I just thought it was really a nice discussion that we had. It was, it was very good, and they understood me and I understood what they're saying.
Wagner said he will notify the city of his decision next week. Laurel's mayor receives a salary of $10,000 a year. On to election news. Today is the day voters will decide the fate of Elder Grove School. The school is asking voters for a nearly $15 million bond to expand. 5 years ago, when an initial smaller bond was passed for the school, the district hoped the school could accommodate about 470 students in both elementary and middle school. This year, enrollment is well over 600, and there isn't any more room to grow in their current space. The bond would allow the school to convert the current middle school into additional elementary space, and they would then build a new middle school on a different piece of nearby land. The cost to the owner of a $100,000 home would be $194 a year. So far, about 55% of the ballots have been returned. Election Administrator Brett Rutherford says that's a good turnout, especially for a school election. Voters have until 8 o'clock tonight to return their ballots to the Yellowstone County Courthouse so they can be counted. In other news, when you get your new registration for your vehicle next year, there will be subtle changes to your license plate tabs. Currently, they are black and white, so the state could save some money. However, they are making the change to colored tabs to make it easier for police officers in the state to recognize if you have an expired tag.
We're for having colored ones because, again, they're easier to see. And for my officers out working on the road, it's quicker to check a color to see if a plate is expired than to run the plate. I can tell you when we went to black and white, officers were pulling over fewer registration violations. So if you can see colors and know that last year was green, this year is red, or however they want to do it, it's easier for the officer to identify what's going on.
And the new color tabs will be in place on January 2nd, 2018. Going to the movies, the landscapes of Montana will appear on the big screen next year as 2 films shot in the Big Sky State are selected for the Sundance Film Festival. The annual event is a prestigious film festival in Park City, Utah that features independent productions. The movie Wildlife is based on a 1990 novel set in Great Falls. Starring Jake Gyllenhaal, the film is about a boy who watches his parents' relationship fall apart after they move to Montana. The second, called Dark Money, is a documentary about the influence of anonymous campaign contributions on American elections. According to the documentary's website, the film analyzes how Montana can show Washington, D.C. how to address the growing influence of outside campaign funds. The festival begins on January 18th. Well, before we get to the forecast, let's talk about other news falling from the sky. Tomorrow night is a night you'll want to look up at the stars. According to NASA, the Geminid meteor shower is a meteor shower that occurs in December every year. The best night to see the shower is December 13th into the early morning hours of December 14th. The peak of the meteor showers will begin at 9 o'clock Wednesday night. The Geminid meteor shower is caused by a stream of debris left by an asteroid when the Earth passes through the trails of dust every December. Geminids travel through Earth's atmosphere at 78,000 miles per hour and burn up far above the surface.
Yeah, look kind of south, look above Orion a little bit, and you'll be able to see these. They last a little longer in the sky than some of the typical meteors. That's because the origin of this is an asteroid, and so it's harder pieces. And the harder pieces, they're coming a little bit slower at Earth, so they don't burn up as fast, and since they aren't comet pieces, they also take a little bit longer to separate. So it's really nice meteors to see, and you have the nice dark skies with the small moon.
To observe the Geminids, if it's not cloudy, it's suggested you should get away from the bright city lights. Ed will